Alright, hey, what's going on, peeps? In this tutorial we are going to talk about how do you choose your marketing objective when it comes to your Facebook ads. In the last tutorial I went through and I just set up an entire campaign. I rolled that out and I set it up as a traffic campaign. If you missed that one, hit me up and I will make sure you get that tutorial. I didn't set up a traffic campaign necessarily because it's my favorite type. I did set it up because it is extremely easy for anyone to get started with it and get testing really fast and start getting some traffic to your offers. But I want to go through and explain to you maybe why you would choose different campaigns and what actually happens with those. Because the ones that most people are going to use, I don't do anything for app installs. I don't even have anyone that does app installs, but most that people are going to choose are the traffic, the engagement, the video views, hint hint, this one at the moment might be one of my favorites, and then lead generation. All right, so those are going to be the four that happens. I think, and I also went over some of, in the last one, some of the mistakes that people make, and I'll talk about that a little bit in here too when it comes to expectations from your ad campaigns. But let's say based off of your targeting, again, targeting would be over here in your ad set. So you're going to be letting Facebook know who you want to see this based on age, gender, things that they like, stuff along those lines. All right, that's going to be coming in the ad set. So what happens then is based on that, and maybe let's start there. Let's say that based on all your criteria, you have, say, 1 million people in that audience of people that you fits your criteria as far as your ideal customer. All right, that's your ideal customer right there. If you choose a traffic campaign, this is someone where you want to get people to click on it, basically over to your website, right? So out of that 1 million people, let's say that, and there's always going to be some overlap, so let's say that these people are people that are used to, this is traffic, these are people that are used to clicking on ads. Facebook is going to go into this population of people that you chose, and they're going to show your ad to people that are most likely to click on your ad. All right, now these are the clickers. It doesn't mean that these people are going to like your ad. You are responsible for making a good ad with good copy and with a good image. All right, so it's still your responsibility. All Facebook can do is say, okay, I showed it to 30 to 50 males that are most likely to click on an ad. That's all Facebook can do, right? And that's all that objective of that campaign really is. Okay, you got to keep that in mind. Let's say then you're looking at engagement. So let's say again there's a little bit of an overlap of people here. So this is the engagement group. So these are the people most likely to engage with an ad. Click on likes, shares, and comments. All right. So it's still, if you say that you want an engagement campaign, you're going to tell Facebook, I want people to like, comment, share my ad, and still within that 30 to 50 and males or whatever your criteria is. All right. That's all Facebook is going to do. Then you have for video views, you're going to have a group of people that is down here for video views. These are people in your criteria from your ad set that are most likely to watch a video, right? And then you have your lead generation. These are the people most likely to fill out a form, whether it's on as a lead gen form on Facebook or on your website as far as like a conversion setup, right? And that would kind of fall over into this category a little bit as well for as far as conversions. So this is lead gen. That's all Facebook's responsibility is. I think people get too hung up and they say X, Y, or Z did not work with this. So they said, yeah, I tried a traffic campaign and I got these clicks and over to my website, and yeah, I just didn't get any leads. Well, that's not Facebook's fault. Facebook did exactly as you asked them to do, right? They sent traffic based off of your criteria over to there. that means that if you didn't get leads, well, then your landing page sucked. All right. You might say some people will run an engagement ad and they're like, yeah, I got pretty good likes and comments and, and some people shared it, but I didn't get any leads. Well, that wasn't necessarily the what was supposed to happen, right? You got people to do that. That's where people really make mistakes, is they expect Facebook to basically get them sales, get them leads and get them sales. All Facebook can do is exactly what you ask them to do. Get you traffic, that's people over there. Now it's your responsibility to convert that person into a lead or a sale or whatever you're going for, right? And that's going to come down to, let me get rid of that. Again, let's go to the traffic campaign. Your image, the job of the image is to get people to stop, because they're doing this thing, right? I don't have my phone. Here we go. On their phone, they're doing the scroll here, right? So when they see an image, that image's job is to get them to stop. Then you have copy, right? You have copy that goes along with your image. You have your clicks down here. Maybe you have a button. I didn't use mine in the tutorial I set up. Some do, some don't. Now it's your job to have a compelling image, because Facebook just showed this ad to someone as likely to click on an ad. All right, they're doing just as you ask. So your image's job is to get that clicker to stop scrolling. Now this copy and this copy, the job of it is to get that person to click over to your wherever you go. If it's a blog post, if it's a lead gen form, whatever it is, that's all this is. So there's a misconception when you're setting up that that ad that you're trying to do too much. So let's say that you go with a video view. So what happens? You got your video here. You've got your copy, just as like before, right? You got something they can click on. What is the job? Well, those first couple of seconds of your video is to get them to stop scrolling, right? And then they stop. Now they're going to read a little bit about it, and hopefully that gets them to actually watch more of the video. But Facebook's job is to look at your audience. Who did you say you wanted to see it? Gotcha. And then you're running a video ad. So now Facebook's going to say, we've got these people that are most likely to watch videos. We're going to show them your ad. It's up to you at that point to have good copy and a good video to get them engaged. All right. That's one of the last things in there. So those are some of the objectives as far as when you're creating a campaign. In the next one, I am going to talk about video views and kind of how why I like those, and laying them out through there. But don't expect too much from these objectives. That's why people want to say that Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, that's why they like to say it doesn't work, is because they expect to be able to run an ad. Because placing an ad, like we talked, 2 to 3 minutes and that ad's out the door, right? It's pretty easy. No one wants to do the homework first to do the research on who this person really is. All right, it's easy to say 30 to 50 and males, those are the people who want my thing. That's a pretty wide open audience, right? And that's okay if you are ready to spend money to buy data. But if you know some of their interests, oh, it's this person and they like this and they like this and they like this, now maybe it gets a little more expensive because you niche down, but now everything can be more effective over here because you told Facebook better who you really wanted to see it. And then if you have good copy and a good stopping power, then it resonates with this and they're like, yes, and all of your results can go up from there. So don't be afraid of doing this homework first of your ideal customer over here first. Do that first. Don't expect Facebook to just give you sales. That's why Facebook won't work, is if you just expect to get sales. All right? So hopefully that helps as far as expectations, as far as how to choose your marketing objective and how Facebook delivers that for you. All right? One more thing, is that can make things worse is if all the delivering is going well and your costs, some people worry about costs. Let's say that your ad shows up and it has this little 3-line button up here, right above the ad. If people are clicking on that and saying, I don't like this ad, and if that happens enough times, Facebook says, ugh, this ad sucks. I do not want to show it to my users that much. If I do, I'm only going to show it for more money, right? Because my users, now they're more worried about their users again, don't really like it that much. So I'm going to give it to not maybe our best traffic, and it's going to cost them a little bit more. So keep an eye on that. If people do not like your ad, then it will cost you more to show it. All right? If you got questions, drop them in and let me know. We'll see you in the next tutorial.